Have you ever found yourself just staring at a huge wall of text, a document full of notes, and wishing you could just see the information instead of reading it? Well, you're in luck, because Google's NotebookLM just dropped an incredible new feature that does exactly that. It generates these amazing, professional-looking infographics straight from your notes. Really, what this is all about is completely changing how we process complex info. Instead of just slogging through pages of research, you can now actually visualize all the key points and how they connect. It takes all that dense material and turns it into one single, super digestible graphic. It's a really clever use of Google's Gemini model baked right into the notebook. All right, let's get our hands dirty and see how this thing actually works. Getting started is, you'll be happy to hear, incredibly simple. So once you're inside a notebook that's loaded up with all your sources, you've got a couple of choices. You could just click the main infographic button for a quick one-and-done generation. But here's a pro tip. I really recommend using that little pencil icon instead. That's what opens up all the customization options, and that's where the real magic happens. Now, before you get excited and hit that generate button, just hang on. A few small tweaks in the settings can make a huge difference in getting that slick, professional look you're probably after. So the first thing you'll see is orientation. And yeah, landscape is awesome for a slide deck, and square is perfect if you're going to post it on social media. But if you want that classic, tall, easy-to-scan infographic look, you're going to want to go with portrait. For most things, that's going to be your best bet, for sure. You might be tempted to crank the detail level all the way up, right? Thinking more is better. But honestly, the standard setting is surprisingly smart. It kind of feels like it adapts to how complex your topic is, giving you just the right amount of detail you need. It really hits the perfect balance. Okay, so the settings are important, yeah, but they're not the most important thing. The real game changer, the absolute secret sauce, is the prompt you give the AI. This is how you avoid that cluttered, text-heavy design that nobody wants to read. So that's the big question, right? How do you tell the AI to create something that's not just packed with info, but also looks clean, feels professional, and is actually easy on the eyes? This right here, this one simple instruction is everything. Just by adding this single line to your prompt, you're telling the AI to prioritize clarity and space over just cramming stuff in. It's literally the difference between an overwhelming mess and a polished, professional graphic. And here's exactly why that little phrase works so well. It forces the design to have what we call breathing room. It stops the AI from creating these massive walls of text. What you get in the end is something that's way more scannable and just, easier for your brain to process at a glance. So after you hit generate, you're going to need to wait for about 2 minutes. And I know, that might feel a little longer than you're used to for image generation. That's because the AI is actually reading and making sense of all the sources in your notebook to create the content from scratch. And then, this is the kind of thing you can expect. It's not just some random image with text slapped on. It's a genuinely useful visual aid. You get these nice graphics, really clear context, and a logical flow that actually helps you understand the topic better than your notes alone. It looks seriously impressive. All right, so you've got this amazing infographic, you love it, and now you want to actually use it. The final step is just saving your work to your device. And let's talk about quality for a second, because this is crucial. Gemini is generating these images in up to 4K resolution. That means they are incredibly sharp, super detailed, just fantastic quality. So don't be shocked when you download it and the file size is somewhere around 5 megabytes. That size is a good thing. It's a clear sign that you're getting a high-resolution image. You can throw this up on a big screen, zoom way in, and you're not going to lose any quality or see any of that ugly pixelation. So now you know how to turn a mountain of notes into a really powerful visual story. I guess that just leaves one question, doesn't it? What's the first complex topic you're going to tackle and see in a whole new light?